is a KITV4 News special report.
Evacuation shelters on Maui opened at 9 o'clock this morning. They include the War Memorial Gymnasium in Kahului, the Lahaina Civic Center, and the Kamali'i Elementary School. Those three are all pet-friendly. There's also Hana High School, Molokai High School, and Kilohana Community Center. For the full list of evacuation shelters in Maui County, you can go to KITV.com. Now, right now, Maui County remains under a tropical storm warning. We go now to KITV4's Cam Tran. She joins us live in Wailuku with the latest. Cam, what's the weather like there?
Well, we are on top of the roof of the Maui County offices in Wailuku, and what a rare view we get here. You can see very overcast conditions late this early afternoon, and we are looking at very cloudy weather throughout the Central Valley. In fact, usually on a clear day, you would see Haleakala behind me, but all you see are cloud bands. We're looking at some major changes now that Tropical Storm Flossie is weakening, and with me this morning is Maui County Mayor Alan Arakawa. He just got out of his 11 o'clock briefing this morning, and can you tell me what the latest is on the update with Tropical Storm Flossie, Mayor?
Well, currently the latest reports are showing that the flooding conditions that we'd anticipated are going to be a lot less. The rainfall is going to be a little bit less, and we are still going to be able to have very high winds, though, 25 to 35 miles an hour, sustainable, with gusts up to 60. We are looking at the potential of heavy surf, 10 to 12 feet surf, and at this point the timing has moved back a little bit because Flossie seems to have slowed down. So we're anticipating that we'll be hit around somewhere around 3 o'clock. So everything is moving along a little bit slower, but we're prepared and we're just waiting it out.
I know earlier this morning it was forecasted about 6 to 10 inches for Maui County. What is now forecasted for this area in form of rain, since you said it's less now?
I believe they're under 3 inches right now, so we're going to just have to wait and see. And you know, like all weather reports and these kinds of conditions, nature has a way of determining its own future. So we just have to be prepared for the worst and hope for the best.
We did see the rain pick up earlier this morning. Have any areas seen any potential floods or significant rain so far, especially East Maui?
Well, as you can see, the fog bank has been coming and going. So all morning it's just been moving very, very quickly. And Hana has some rain, but for the rest of the island, it's been fairly low, and we're hoping that it doesn't pick up significantly.
Wait, you said the brunt of the storm is expected to move in this afternoon. What should people get ready for in the next couple of hours, which are going to be crucial as the storm passes?
Well, right now we're starting to feel the wind pick up, and you're going to have to be prepared for high winds. Anything that's loose, pick it up and anchor it down. Be prepared to see a lot of branches and possibly trees coming down. So be careful around a lot of forested areas.
Have we seen any problems so far yet, Mayor?
So far, we've seen no problem, but then so far, Flossie hasn't hit us.
We heard some power outages earlier in Kihei. Do you know what the cause of that was?
No, we just got a report that there was a momentary power outage in Kihei. The electric company was able to get power back on in about 9 minutes, so very minor. Other than that, police have reported virtually nothing as far as accidents or injuries, nothing from the fire department or any of the other departments. So we've been very fortunate. And
real quickly, evacuation shelters open. Are people taking advantage of them right now?
Evacuation shelters are open. There is no one at the evacuation shelters at this time, and that stands to reason since you know, the time has been moving back, and I think a lot of people are looking at the clearness of the areas rather than really heavy rains that had been anticipated, and they're not rushing off to the shelters right now.
Mahalo, Mayor, for joining us live and giving us this update. Again, we are starting to feel the wind, as the Mayor mentioned earlier, especially here on the rooftop. We'll keep you updated on any progression as Tropical Storm Flossie makes its way across Maui County. Reporting live from Wailuku, Cam Tran, KITV4 News.
Cam, thank you. All Maui County facilities are closed today in anticipation of Tropical Storm Flossie, and this includes all county parks and offices, including the DMV, licensing offices, and satellite offices. Automated trash pickup will operate as usual. We're also hearing from Wailuku, Maui residents on the impact of Flossie. We have Tommy Russo standing by via phone for the latest. Hello, Tommy.
Hello there.
So tell us, what's the weather like in your specific area?
Well, it's kind of coming and going. We've had a couple breaks of actual blue skies and sunshine, and we've had rain coming down, and we've got puddles, on the side of the road and whatnot. That rain bank keeps kind of floating in and out. The neighborhood that I'm on, I'm just a few doors from the ocean, and we face the exact direction that Maui faces. So we get that east-facing swell. It looks only like a foot or two right now. It's not, the shore break isn't too big yet, but you can tell there's something building. But it's hard to tell too. At times it seems like the skies are just going to open up and turn blue again, and we're kind of in a weird holding pattern, it seems.
It's certainly been strange seeing the sun and the rain all morning long on Maui. We've definitely witnessed that this morning. Now, the county is telling people to stay home. Have you seen anyone walk around, driving around, or folks just basically hunkering down right now?
Well, I've actually seen a couple homeless folks stumbling around out of the bushes off the shoreline, and I wish I would have known about the shelters a few hours ago. I would have directed a few people in that direction, but I do. In this area, there are quite a few homeless in this area, and the shelters, I think, would help, maybe a dozen or so people out. I don't know if there's actually outreach, going directly to them to let them know. I don't think they're sitting around watching TV. So it's hard to get the message to these folks.
Well, hopefully someone can let them know about those shelters. Tommy Russo, we appreciate your phone call, and stay safe today.
Okay, thank you.
Well, coming up, we'll have more coverage of Tropical Storm Flossie and the latest from the Central Pacific Hurricane Center. As we go to break, we want to thank our viewers who've been sending us photos to the ULocal section of KITV.com. This one is from Hilo, where the canoes were moved to higher ground. And a warm mahalo to Paul, who snapped the clouds moving in over Mauna Kea. You're watching a special noon edition of KITV4 News.